The goal is to start your own business, but what if no one in your life supports you? I've been there. I tried to get people to join me in starting apps, consulting agencies, or here even on YouTube. Everyone gets excited at first, so you think, this time I've got the support. They won't leave me hanging. This thought has two big mistakes. The first one is asking others to be part of your plans. The second one is thinking they've let you down. Let's say you've been working on an idea for weeks or months. You share it with a friend who says, it sounds great. You think they are on board and might even become a business partner. You are excited, but in reality, your friends are just being polite or have a different idea of what starting a business actually means. This is where things get tricky. You have a clear plan, but your friend might be just confused. You are setting expectations they didn't agree to in the first place. Not everyone thinks like a business person. Most people will back out when they see there is no easy reward. If you paid them a salary, they'd be committed. But they don't understand that if you had the money to pay them, you wouldn't need them at all. If you are thinking, I knew it, it was their fault, you're wrong. The truth is, when things don't work out, you might start acting frustrated and upset. This makes you look childish and insecure. I get it, it's scary to start alone, and having a business partner sounds nice because it helps to share the risk, the work, the responsibility. There's a well-known study called The Founder's Dilemma by Noam Wasserman. It shows that while 85% of successful startups are made by 2 or more people, still 65% of startups with partners face big problems that could lead to failure down the line. So statistically, you need people to start with, but you could have problems down the line leading to failure. A quick side note, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, didn't have any co-founders at all. And there are other dozens of examples of successful people who also did it alone. The first trait to become a successful entrepreneur is to accept that no one will save you. In movies, a hero always helps when needed. In real life, people often hope the government or someone else will save them. This makes them wait for the perfect chance instead of taking action themselves. People also like to get help from others because when things go wrong, it's easier to blame others than to take the responsibility yourself. Who hasn't heard older people say, if I had the same chances as you, I'd be a professor? Yeah, right. The second trait to become a successful entrepreneur is to build an unshakable mindset. Many people change their path because of the feedback they get. Negative feedback can make you overthink everything, and positive feedback can make you feel like you have it all figured out and don't need to improve anymore. So you need to stop worrying about what people think. They'll talk no matter what you do. The only time they don't talk is when you do nothing. Use their words and their assumptions about you as a fuel to keep going. One of the most important things is to trust yourself first. David Goggins, one of the toughest people on the planet, has a method called the cookie jar to help him to stay strong.
I call it my cookie jar. We forget how badass we are in hard times. We've all gone through suffering. We've all gone through hard times and we've made it. But when you're in the midst of suffering, you think about the now and there's no strength in it. What I've learned to do in hard times is take a step back. Before I want to quit something, before something gets hard, I say, hang on there. You taught yourself how to swim, how to read and write. You went through 3 fucking Navy SEAL Hell Weeks. You went through Ranger School. You went to Delta Force selection twice. Those are cookies. So you reach in your fucking mental cookie jar, you pull that motherfucker out and you read it. That's what I do when times get hard, is I remind myself I'm a bad motherfucker.
The third trait to become a successful entrepreneur is to focus on execution and not on perfection. Actually, 92% of people say they are perfectionists. But in my opinion, perfectionism isn't good. It's bad. There are 2 big problems with it. First, it causes procrastination because you are scared of not doing things perfectly. And second, it creates problems in relationships when others don't meet your high expectations. I used to be a perfectionist too. The only way to get past it is to just do something. When you start getting feedback, you begin to question everything you do. I felt embarrassed with my YouTube videos at first when I started out because I started overthinking my speech and blaming my whole setup. Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, says, if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. So I suggest get the embarrassment first. After that, everything gets easier. The fourth trait to become a successful entrepreneur is to keep going when it gets hard. This graphic shows how enthusiasm changes over time. At the start, you feel excited and motivated. but soon reality hits and you feel like quitting. This is when people often jump to the next idea. If you are stuck in this cycle of starting over, check out this video right here. But if you keep going and don't quit, you'll slowly climb higher. In short, the two hardest things in business are getting started and keeping going when everyone, including yourself, tells you to quit. The fifth trait to become a successful entrepreneur is to create a daily discipline system. This is more than just a calendar with meetings. I use the popular 10-3-1 system for daily discipline. At the start of my day, I write down 10 things I want to get done. So you do not need to do all 10, but listing them helps you to think strategically. Then pick 3 important tasks that will make the biggest impact and focus on those first. In the evening, choose one goal for the next day. By ending your day that way, you are ready to take action the next morning. The sixth trait to become a successful entrepreneur is physical well-being. Entrepreneurs face a lot of challenges and pressures, so good physical health is key to also having a good mental health. We all know how important it is to eat well and exercise. Being consistent with fitness helps you in other areas of life too. You perform better, focus more, solve problems faster, and handle stress just better. One of the most important lessons I've learned is that life isn't just about business or making money. It's about being happy, taking care of yourself, and having good relationships with those you love. All of these things help your well-being, which boosts your performance and helps you reach new heights. You realize there is more to life than just working at a desk all day. Which of those traits do you want to tackle? Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one. Bye.